coming into the city on 70 West.
All right, we've seen a lot of school delays because of these the potential black ice conditions, and you say likely maybe their parking lots are pretty messed up this morning for the schools too.
If it wasn't just kind of done there during the snowy system, we saw that refreezing. I mean, you were tracking that. It could be a mess in some of these parking lots, so just give yourself extra time. Lindsay's gonna be talking about traffic and roads, and I do want to show you that new winter weather advisory that came out earlier this morning. Now it's not activated though until 7 o'clock this evening. It'll run from 7 to 7. So overnight tonight, we're going to get some more snow. Now the winter weather advisory means I think travel overall is going to be kind of messy. You know, when you get 2-3 inches of snow, that's even enough to overcome some of that pre-treatment that NDOT and local highway crews will be putting out. They're going to be working hard over the next 12 hours till we get the snow starting to arrive. Right now it's 7 o'clock. Here in 12 hours, that advisory will go into place. But just make sure you give yourself extra time. If you have to travel tonight or travel tomorrow, especially tomorrow morning, that morning commute, it could be a little messy. This morning, it's messy farther to the north where we picked up more snow over the past 3 days from Indianapolis northbound. And the little yellow dots show you where we have school districts, public ones, that are under some sort of delay this morning. And we've got delays there in Muncie and in Newcastle and the Marion area. So make sure you check with your local school to see exactly, you know, don't go off this map and say, is that my school? I think I'm right there. Just go off your information. But this is kind of showing you where those alerts are coming from. So if you're in Bloomington, Columbus thinking, am I going to get a delay? Probably not. Everything's to the north. But it's not just about the roads, even though the roads are more slick the farther north you go. We also have more visibility issues. We have some freezing fog out there this morning because it's so cold. And the snowpack is what helps make it even colder. We're down to the teens for a lot of us this morning, from Kokomo to Tipton to Marion, down to 19 in Carmel and Fishers. It's 20 in Avon and Brownsburg, 22 right now here in the city, more 20s farther to the south. So it's a cold start, bundle up, but at least a dry start. I mean, you can kind of see the low clouds and some patchy fog out there this morning. Definitely gets worse though, north of Indianapolis. Winter weather advisories in place because of the snow coming in. I want to show you a wide view with radar. Look how the snow is gathering up across the plains and the Ozarks. That's our next system. It'll be arriving after dark this evening. So the school day is still dry. Now some of us kind of have a wonky school day now with some school delays, but it's a cold start. Bundle up. Watch out for some slick sidewalks. Watch out for some slick spots in the parking lots too. A lot of the big roads are all right. You got to watch on some of these turns though, and once you get to the shoulder. But we will be watching for the freezing fog the next couple of hours. The rest of the day is just going to be cloudy and cold. At least it won't be too breezy out there. That wind was hustling yesterday. You probably felt it. But today's highs, mid-30s. It's going to be a cloudy, gray day. Snow coming after dark, though. Here, look at your highs area wide. Low 30s to the north, maybe some more mid-30s to the south. Some of us will get above freezing, and a lot of us won't. All right, so let's get into the snow details. We're dry throughout the daylight hours today. Now, could there be a spotty snowflake that spits out from these clouds? Sure. But the accumulating snow doesn't come until later this evening. Really, by 6-7 o'clock, the snow bands start coming in across the state line from Illinois, and they'll fill in. So tonight, if you were headed to the Pacers game, we're taking on the Cavaliers. I think you're fine going to the game, but be on the lookout for more scattered snow coming in after the game as you're trying to head home. Tip-off will be at 7. Let's show you Future Track 13. Let's kind of walk through some of this snow. Still dry, 1 o'clock, other than a spotty flurry with low clouds. But there's the snow bands. The first one's coming in 5-6 o'clock across the state line, and then the map will fill in over time. So you'll start with light snow, and then it'll become more scattered and widespread as the evening and overnight hours go on. This is 1 o'clock, so after midnight. Now we're early Tuesday morning. I would expect some rough travel conditions. I mean, clouds are going to be out. NDOT's going to be working hard, but when you get some snow for several hours throughout the overnight, even if it's on the light side, you're going to get accumulations. Here's 4 o'clock in the morning. Snow is gradually wrapping up from west to east. I don't think we're fully done though until about 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, but then the damage is already done, right? You already picked up the snow. So how much snow? Overall, we're going to be estimating about 1 to 3 inches for most Hoosiers. These darker blue colors show you zones where maybe a couple folks can get closer to the 4-inch mark. We'll have to see, but we're not going to have a huge wide range of snowfall totals like we had in the last system, where we had some barely get a dusting. We had folks get near a foot farther to the north. So everything was kind of with that sharp cutoff, and that was a little bit more complicated. This one, just a general few inches across the state. It's the timing that's the problem. comes in as we're sleeping overnight, which does actually help NDOT because then they can just hit the roads full force without a lot of traffic. But when there's less traffic, there's less friction and heat on the roads from those tires. You know, those tire tracks the person makes in front of you and you just kind of follow them, right, to get the best traction. We won't have that as much because, of course, it's quieter, right, as we're sleeping throughout the overnight. So we think the roads could become more slick and there's probably going to be some school disruptions. We're expecting to probably have some delays. We'll see about closings. You know, we'll have to just see tomorrow morning. But expect some snow tonight, not a big winter storm, but expect travel to be a little dicey for your Tuesday morning. Lindsay, I really liked how you had some road temperature maps earlier this morning. I mean, you may still have some slick spots.
Yeah, I think certainly, especially for our northernmost counties, and you were mentioning some of that freezing fog could have some ice accretion on some of the paved surfaces that are untreated there as well. So we'll keep you updated on that. But first, I want to take you out to the west side where we've had a crash we've been following for you since about 6:30 this morning. This looks like it is now starting to clear up at least one travel lane. That right travel lane still blocked, and this is at the intersection, or the junction rather, of 465 northbound, where the ramp from 65 merges onto 465. So that's a little bit of an issue there. That's creating some of that stop and go traffic as everyone's trying to quickly merge out of that far right travel lane. So coming up that 465 northbound corridor on the west side, that's creating about a 9-minute delay. You can see not only is it 465 northbound where we've got some slow travel, also 65 northbound as everyone tries to get into that lane that would take you to the ramp system to 465 north. So we'll follow that one for you on the west side. We also have a stalled vehicle coming into the north split, and that is blocking, it looks like at this point on our maps, that left travel lane as 70 westbound merges there with 65 northbound. So you can see we are in the red leading up to the north split right now. This is that camera coming into the north split on I-70 westbound where we've got some brake lights there. So hopefully that will clear out soon and we'll be able to get you into the city without this backup, because right now inbound I-70, this is 70 west through downtown, we're looking at about a 9-minute delay. So we'll watch that one for you. Also real quick, out at the airport this morning, we have had a couple canceled flights so far today, one to Detroit, one to Chicago O'Hare. Also several delays all across the country from JFK, New York to San Francisco. So make sure you're double checking your flights if you're headed out of Indianapolis International today.